Okay, one of the things I see a lot of people ask and want to talk about regarding YouTube are avoiding copyright strikes. And if it's something you've never thought about, I don't want to do this video to freak you out, but I want you to really think about the assets you use. And today specifically, I'm going to be talking about music. Let's talk about how to avoid copyright strikes and issues on YouTube. Now, I think one of the things that sparks this a lot is I see comments in groups about like, where can I find free music and free music and free music? And look, I love saving money, but sometimes I think if you're using just free sites that you find on Google, you're hoping that site has done due diligence to clear everything. So be very careful about free music out there. Now, there are some very legit places, like, for example, YouTube Music has free music you can use in your YouTube videos. That's very important. There's also one called Creator Music that I think was created by Nick Nimmin and his brother D. That is free, royalty free music. You can, if that's not a double thing. So there are some legit sites, but you want to be very careful about using free sites that you just happen to find on Google. Hey, I want to interrupt the video for just a second to let you know that I did this entire video in Riverside. Riverside is a great platform for recording like video and video podcast, and they've even added a bunch of live streaming tools in there as well. You can record, you can edit like I've done this video. It is really easy to use, and they're adding stuff all the time. So if you want to check out Riverside, and you probably want to, there's a link down in the description. And if you use it and use the code Kevin Kolbe, you can save 15% off. Holy guacamole. And I don't even like guacamole, but I like Riverside. So check out the link. And now back to the video. What I recommend is using paid music. Now, this isn't the same as licensing music, which you can also do on YouTube. In my experience, when I worked in television as a creative director, we would license music sometimes, and whoo, it can get expensive. What I'm talking about is using a service that you pay through a subscription, and that way the music you license through them covers you. And typically what happens is you get to whitelist your YouTube channel, which basically means you enter your channel ID, your user ID, and then that way if you get a copyright strike or a claim or something like that, which a lot of times happens through bots on YouTube, then that way you can contest it and say, hey, no, I pay for this music. I pay for a subscription. I have the right to use that. Speaking of subscription services, the ones that I have used and would recommend are like Upbeat and Soundstripe and even Track Club. It's one that you might not have heard from, but those are all that you pay for, and then it gives you the rights to use them. Now, I'll make sure I put a link to all of these sites down in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. Now, here's the biggest tip I can give you. Even if you do a paid subscription, make sure you read the agreement. You want to make sure that you're fully protected yourself and not rely on somebody else. You want to look at usage, like where can you use this? Can you use it in commercial production? Can you loan it out? Typically, you can't ever sell it to somebody else, but you really want to read through that and then see what happens after your subscription runs out. Do you still have access to that music? Always read the agreement. Now, even if you do all this, it's not guaranteed that you won't get a strike or a claim on your channel. But if you do, don't freak out. There's actually easy ways to combat it in YouTube, and I've even done some videos on that as well, if that will help you. So hopefully this will help you avoid any type of copyright issues on YouTube. Basically, just play by the rules. How about it? Thanks so much for watching.